and it had gold bullion and millions of dollars in cash.
Just going through it, he's like, fuck this one,
and he did not like it.
So, was Prince, well, we all kind of assume Prince is weird. Like, was he weird, or was that just the persona that he put off?
It's a good one. You got some good ones. I think he was, so when you say weird, I think his brain did not work the same way as ours.
Well, clearly, he's a genius.
I'll give Larry Graham, the bassist of Sly and the Family Stone, was there. And this guy invented the slap pluck. This guy is just an amazing.
And what is that? I don't know what that is.
It's a way of playing the bass where you slap it and you pluck it at the same time. He invented that.
Really?
And Larry has his bass here, but he's playing the keyboards, and Prince is singing some little riff, and he's playing the guitar, and he grabs the mic, he goes, "No, Larry, up a scale." And Larry's like, "Okay." And he goes, "No, Larry, up a scale." Larry's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Prince literally grabs the microphone, keeps playing guitar, plays this way, keeps playing guitar, one hand, grabs the microphone, walks over, drops the microphone in front of the keyboard, still playing guitar, and starts popping everything out and singing at the same time. And I looked at Charles, and Charles looked at me, and we're like,
what the fuck?
Damn.
Wouldn't you like to be able to do that? And he was going by Prince again at that point. But
I forgot about the symbol sign or whatever.
That changed back over in 99, 2000.
When he was that, like, what do you even say?
Yeah, right. I'm thinking
what do you call him?
Around there because I would have been like, "Hey, you." I don't know.
Because what was the sign of?
There was two different things that he had mixed.
The man and woman sign, right?
That was the original, and then he added something
else.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was so weird.
He tried to do.
But he's weird. Like, those are the types of things that make us think he's a fucking weirdo.
Well,
was he generous? Like, would he buy people a lot of stuff? Like,
yeah, he was.
Anything that he bought you that you want to talk about? A suit?
Bought me a $1,000 suit.
Nice.
Yeah. And I think it was because of the fact that I never got to wear my other one.
Yeah, probably. Well, he figured he owed you.
There was always this cedar chest in the basement.
Yeah.
And it had gold bullion and millions of dollars in cash.
Shut the fuck up.
Because what he would do is do, say, the Staples Center. And do a show there and then go, "Hey, Takumi, go find a club somewhere and I want to do an after party and tell them I want $25,000 cash." And
speaking of that, I have another question.
Sure.
Michael Jackson and Prince get compared to each other all the time. You have your Michael Jackson freak fans like my sister, and then you have, I wouldn't say I'm a freak Prince fan by any means, but I do feel like there's no comparison in talent between the two. What's your thoughts on that? And what was Prince's thoughts on Michael Jackson, if you know?
One up each other. Well, Prince came in and sat down, and he said, "Okay, you got me singing your butt is mine. Now I'm not singing that to you.
I'm not singing that.
And you're sure as the hell ain't gonna sing that to me."
I can see that being a problem. Yeah,
100%.
So Prince, they gave him the master, right, and said, "Just think about it. Just come up with something. Just think about it." So what does Prince do in his princeliness? Takes it back to Paisley Park, reworks the whole song and remasters it, puts horns in it, and sends it back to Michael Jackson. Now, It is a picture of Prince.
Oh my God.
That was, I'll let you take a look. Notice the Sharpie crossed out.
He's crossed out his own face.
Because it was a photo shoot that he paid almost 10 grand for.
What?
And did not like any of the photos. It was just this big table with a Sharpie. So
just going through it, he's like, "Fuck this one."
And he did not like it, and and threw it away. So it was fetched out of the garbage.
You got it out of the trash. So Was Prince? Well, we all kind of assume Prince is weird. Like, was he weird, or was that just the persona that he put off?
It's a good one. You got some good ones. I think he was. So when you say weird, I think his brain did not work the same way as ours.
Well, clearly, he's a genius.
I'll give you an example why. I was really like the first night that I was there when they closed up and they decided that they weren't going to let anybody in.
Yeah.
They literally sat us down with a couple of Red Bulls and said, and Prince is just going to jam and enjoy the show.
Just with the staff?
We were just sitting there, and he would just play for us.
Dude,
and I was
sick.
yeah, right? And I was just like, this is crazy.
Right?
And
proper concert.
what was crazy is that we get done with the Red Bulls, and Charles goes, go get me another couple of Red Bulls, which had you go right in front of the stage.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Well,
While
he's
he's
performing
playing.
on my first
Jeez.
night, and go, with Red Bulls, and act like I'm cool. Nerve-wracking. But that night, he was just jamming. His wife's brother, his brother-in-law was up there. Larry Graham, the bassist of Sly and the Family Stone, was there. And this guy invented the slap pluck. This guy is just an amazing.
And what is that? I don't know what that is.
It's a way of playing the bass where you
Okay.
slap it and you pluck it at the same time.
Oh.
He invented that.
Really?
And Larry has his bass here, but he's playing the keyboards, and Prince is singing some little riff, and he's playing the guitar, and he goes, grabs the mic, he goes, no, Larry, up a scale. And Larry's like, okay. And he's, no, Larry, up a scale. Larry's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Prince literally grabs the microphone,
Oh, no.
keeps playing guitar. What is this way? Keeps playing guitar, one hand, grabs a microphone, walks over, drops the microphone in front of the keyboard, still playing guitar, and starts popping everything out and singing at the same time. And I looked at Charles, and Charles looked at me, and we're like,
What the fuck?
Damn.
wouldn't you like to be able to do that? Or one night
He's so gifted.
Right?
one night he had a delivery, and it was a harp. It was this beautiful purple harp, and got it out, and I was like, Prince, I didn't know that you could play the harp. And he goes, I can't yet.
Really? And how long before he was playing it?
Next weekend he put
Shut up.
it up on stage and did Purple Rain on a harp. It was fucking beautiful.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did you ever talk to him in depth about how he learned how to play? Like, he could play everything. Like,
Well, his dad was classically trained jazz musician.
Okay.
And his mom was a classically trained jazz singer.
okay.
So he had it everywhere. I remember in an interview once, a press junket, he had said something about he wrote his first song to his mom for her birthday, and he didn't know how to read notes yet. So he had to line them up with sticks and rocks and sing it to her while she was.
Really?
So he was literally making his
What?
own.
And what age was he?
Jesus.
I think he said he was 5 or 6.
Jeez.
So
That's
That's-
insane.
yeah,
God, what a gifted soul he was.
yeah.
Man.
That was that, and then you got Andre Simone up there. That's his brother that played bass for Prince,
Yeah.
and that's where Prince got all of his ideas and styles from. Everybody he played with, he would just
So Andre Simone wasn't his brother,
no.
but like it's just you're saying.
He moved. So when Prince and his parents had a falling out, he moved in with Andre and lived in
he
his
did.
basement. Yeah.
Okay.
Andre, shout out to Andre. Really good guy.
Yep.
Nice guy. His mom was just a saint. His mom, Maddie, worked with my mom in social services down in Hennepin County.
Really?
So yeah, it's homeboys.
Now, Andre
that-
Simone actually came out with his own music too, right?
He did. He basically left the band in '82, and he was one of the first.
And he was the bass player in the Revolution.
Yep.
Prince in the Revolution. Okay.
And Maddie was his mom was trying, like, you guys are brothers, you guys work this out. And he finished up the European tour and then quit, and then Prince went huge. So, yeah.
So it was he quit before Prince got huge.
He quit Dirty Mind album.
Okay.
Yeah. Third album.
What was the first Prince album?
First Prince album was called For You. And that
For You,
that
okay.
had the song Soft and Wet, and then also I Feel For You, that Shaka Khan redid.
Yeah. That was on his first album, really?
That was on his first album, and that was his moneymaker album or song that he would give to everybody. I Feel For You was done by so many people.
And then was it written by him?
Mm-hmm.
Was everything written by him? 100%?
What if I should tell this? I think people know this now. Around the World in a Day, the album after Purple Rain.
Okay.
The song, self-titled Around the World in a Day, was written by Wendy's brother, Mike or Mark Melvoin, who was the one that passed away, that was the keyboardist for Smashing Pumpkins that died of the heroin overdose.
Yeah.
He was the one that wrote it, and basically Warner Brothers was like, we want a Purple Rain too, and he's like, go fuck yourself, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And he wanted something really, really unique, and Wendy basically said, my brother made this song, and I think this might be what you're looking for. Because if you listen to Around the World in a Day, it's basically Prince doing a Beatles album. Raspberry Beret is Raspberry Beret is a variation of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Think about that.
Yes.
Right? So
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, listen to that whole album, and that is his ode to...
Like, we had all of those albums, like, when we were good. Anything after Purple Rain, we bought, But
it was such a great album. It holds up to this day. But, yeah, when he decided that he wasn't going to make a Purple Rain 2, and he made that, he wanted this certain sound. And apparently they were sitting in the limousine, and she's playing it for him. And he goes, do you think he would want to sell that? And he goes, but I want to be able to be the one that says I wrote it. So you lose all rights to it. And she goes, sure, we can work something out. And he ejected the tape and took the tape with him and left. So there's one other song that he did not write, and it was for the time, and it was called...
The band The Time.
Oh, excuse me. Morris Day and the Time. Morris wrote a song, and Prince really loved it so much, and that he wanted to pay, and Morris said, fuck you, I want a record contract. And that's where The Time got to.
Came from.
Actually, I think it was the song Party Up. Prince's song Party Up.
So, with all these guys, Andre Simone, Morris Day and The Time, or Morris Day in particularly, and Prince, did they all grow up together?
Yes.
No, isn't Jimmy Jam
Jimmy and Terry
from Minnesota, and Terry Lewis are from Minnesota as well?
Yeah. So Jimmy and Terry were in a band called Flight Time.
Okay.
And the lead singer was Alexander O'Neill. And Alexander O'Neill, who is still around, hey Alex, who's still around, he's the one that just had that fire in his house over in Burnsville, sadly. I hope you guys are well. He basically said, why would I sign with you, Prince, when I can go croon myself? And Prince said, fine, fuck you then. And so Alex went on Motown, I believe, and that's where he put... Morris used to be a drummer, so he's a drummer. Put him in the forefront and said...
Morris Day was a drummer?
Morris Day is a drummer. Yeah.
Interesting.
And
he's such a character.
Yeah.
He just does not belong in the back.
He's just Morris. Shout out Morris. He's doing great now.
Good.
He's doing so good. Yeah.
Are you still keep in contact with these guys? Kind of, sort of?
I haven't seen or talked to Morris since 2010.
Okay.
So he's just doing it. He lives out in LA. A lot of these people don't.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Because I thought I seen, I don't know, was it last summer that they were doing some casinos and stuff in Minnesota?
They call that the geezer circuit.
Is it the geezer circuit?
The old people circuit. And that's where I told the Revolution just this year. I trained Dr. Fink here.
Yep.
And I was like, if you guys get together and do a Revolution reunion, do the geezer tour, which means it's well, think about it this way. Like, travel sucks, right? Yeah. And then travel and doing like the Staples Center and then going to a hotel that's not there.
Right.
Everything is right there. You're going to do like Mystic Lake and the hotel is right there.
Well, they have that brand new amphitheater now.
I'm in. Give me some per diem. I'll go play some poker when you guys are done, and you guys are going to be done by like 9:45 because you're old. So I was down for that.
The afternoon delight tour.
So right. Oh, we got that 5 o'clock steak dinner.
The day drinking tour.
Yeah, right.
That's what they should call it.
Passed out by 8:30.
Oh.
Perfect.
So this isn't even on my stuff here, but Morris Day, like how. how did they all meet?
So Morris is originally from Chicago.
Oh, he
moved
is.
Up here.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Jimmy and Terry was in flight time with Jelly Bean, sadly,
From Minnesota.
who just passed away. Rest in peace, Bean. Yeah, and they just kind of shifted from flight time to the time. And,
Okay.
Jimmy and Terry were the first ones to leave because they were fired. They were
Oh,
working.
really?
Yeah.
And they got so huge.
So they were working. They were night. What do they call that when you're working at night, or you're like, what do they call that?
Graveyard shift?
No, when you're moonlighting.
Oh, moonlighting. Okay.
They were working on the SOS Band's, producing the SOS Band's album down south somewhere, and they were supposed to be at a gig flying out there, and they got caught in a snowstorm, and they got stuck there because their priorities were there. So Prince said, "You're fired." So it was the best. Yeah, it's the best thing that ever happened to them. They said they stayed friends. It was business.
Well, I don't know if you guys know who Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis are, but they were like huge music
Keyboard and
producers
bass,
now.
yeah,
now
yeah.
production though.
Yeah.
And they
wrote
produced
everything.
Janet Jackson. Yeah,
They
was
did
their
everything
claim to
Janet.
fame.
Shaka Khan, Sherelle, you name it. It's one of those things that you hear these songs, you're like, I know that. Yeah, that was theirs too.
Yeah. Well, like you and we were talking yesterday, I'm like, okay, he's giving me this song to listen to. Oh, I remember that song.
It's crazy. Yeah, that was. You don't realize how much music Prince has or is associated with.
Well, we talked yesterday about what's the Sinead O'Connor song?
Oh, nothing compares to
Nothing
you.
Compares to You.
Yeah.
And how I said Mike listens to that on repeat
Chris Cornell.
with Chris Cornell. Yes.
Chris Cornell version of that.
Is amazing.
When I first heard that, I literally cried.
We saw that.
I cry almost every time I hear it.
We saw that Chris Cornell, one of his last concerts.
Yeah, we
used to
did
do it. It
in
was
Minneapolis.
Just,
Oh,
Fitzgerald Theater. Or no, that wasn't it.
No, I wasn't at Fitzgerald. That was Aaron Lewis.
People don't realize
It's a
how
different
much
one.
of a beast Chris Cornell
Oh,
was.
talented.
He would
didn't
just
really
change
know who
time
he
signatures
was
to
even.
be challenging. He was a true musician. Yeah.
Like I said, between his voice and Aaron Lewis, they have amazing vocals.
I would say mine for that era is Lane Staley from Alice in Chains. I got to see them with Screaming Trees at First Avenue during the Dirt Tour. That was pretty awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, because my buddy was
No,
selling...
he's dead too, right?
Yeah, my buddy was selling weed at the time, and it was all ages downstairs, and then upstairs you could get drinks. So we showing our IDs, and we had just crossed over from 7th Street, and my buddy Fabian was the head bouncer there, so he let us cross over, and then we go up the stairs, and they're checking our IDs, and all of a sudden this guy goes, "You don't happen to have any green substances on you?" I'm like, "No, what do you know? What are you talking about?" My buddy smells like weed. And he goes, "Maybe." I'm like, "What are you doing?" And the guy goes, "Hey, I'm the manager for Alice in Chains. Do you think you could get us a bag?" And he's like, "Yeah, meet me here." And I go, You're taking me with you. And he's like, yeah. So all of a sudden we're sitting upstairs. Great show, right? Beautiful show. The guy's got an amazing voice. I'm a huge AIC fan. And gets done. He's gone. He left me. Gone. I'm like looking around for him. I'm like literally telling the security staff to find him for me. And he left. And what did he go do? "Oh man, Chad, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. I got on the tour bus and we smoked a joint, and then we went to memory lanes and we went bowling all night." And I'm like, "You fucking went bowling with Alice in Chains?" And I didn't talk to him for like 2 years.
Really? You were that
Bless you out
pissed?
of my life.
I was pretty upset with that.
Oh, you missed
Every time he would
out.
come over, he would bring like a bottle of something to try and, I'm like, "Nope, but I'll take that."
Yeah.
Any weird habits that Prince had? Like, I don't know. Like, what was a midnight snack? Because for Prince,
Eggs.
eggs. You already said you
Yeah,
would like to
eggs.
make eggs.
Mac. He loved was it the White Lotus, the restaurant in Uptown? He loved that food, and
What kind of food was it?
It was like maybe it was just called the Lotus. I think it was Thai.
Okay.
I can't remember, but
Okay. Spicy.
yeah, he would order that, and they would have it planned where he had his assistant. "All right, you drive. It's about a half hour. You drive. You call 15 minutes before, and you pick it up and bring it back in this heated thing." And yeah, he loved that. He was quirky with his nails. Like,
Really?
he was always. He got mad at me one day because I was biting my nails, and I think I was spitting him out. I was outside and I was spitting him out, and and he was like.
Oh.
And I used to smoke back then. I was smoking cigarettes.
Was he kind of a germaphobe too?
No, what he did was, I was sitting out there and it was dark and I was waiting to leave and I bit my cuticle and spit it, and he goes, opens up the door, what are you doing? You work with these hands. Do you think I could do that with these? How do you think? I got to play guitar. You work with those. Push those cuticles back.
Push them back.
I'm just a bodyguard.
All I need to do is throw punches if I need to. Yeah.
I mean, I get to wipe blood off my hands or something. But really, the cuticles? Yeah. And then it was funny because Charles told me one day, he goes, yeah, he'll literally set you down and start working your nails and stuff. I'm like, that's some Jesus shit, washing feet and stuff. Well, it was kind of interesting, but yeah, very much so.
I know he was a Jehovah's Witness. Do you feel like he actually followed that religion as an adult? He did.
Not at first.
Because the Jehovah's Witnesses don't drink. And they don't celebrate Christmas. And they don't celebrate holidays like that. Did he celebrate Christmas?
No.
He didn't?
No.
Okay. They don't celebrate Halloween.
We didn't celebrate holidays. We didn't celebrate his birthday. Everything changed when his mom passed. Which
was what year?
I can't remember. But once his mom died, he was just done with everything, and as far as mom jokes, and he didn't swear anymore, so we couldn't swear anymore.
Oh.
It was really interesting when he passed.
Day one.
Yeah, he would be.
He what?
He'd be fired day one.
Oh, yeah, you would. He'd have liked you, though. But yeah, you couldn't swear anymore. You couldn't do mom jokes anymore. And I remember there was a gym in the basement.
That was one of my questions. Did he work out?
Oh, yeah. And one day we were doing shrugs, and he looked up at me, and we were literally doing shrugs, and I'm shrugging, and he goes, I'm going to get you to convert to JW. And I was getting annoyed by that. And finally, I'd been there for a while, and I slammed the weights down, and I go, so just go ahead and say that to my little Jewish mom. And he goes, oh, no. So, and he never really bothered me about that again.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So he had a full gym at Paisley Park.
It was good size
gym that he worked out with. Mm-hmm. Oh, one time at Los Campeones, you happened to mention that it was difficult to get paid by Prince. You're like, sometimes you gotta run them down and get your money.
Yeah. So
what was the reason behind that?
Because he was so micromanaged. So his wife, Manuela, who's now divorced.
Prince's wife?
Prince's ex-wife, Manuela, Manny Testolini, was originally a fan and then got hired on to basically manage the books and so forth. And then once they became a thing, it was just both of them doing it. But when he would be out and about, I mean, it was hard to bother a multi-millionaire for $150. Right. To get for him to print out a check and everything. And I still have, I actually just sold my check.
I've seen that.
But I have a copy that I kept them in a frame. So we would get a phone call from like Scotty, the limo driver. And he'd go, hey, I'm going to pick up Prince at the tarmac right now. Like, we're on our way. And everybody would just make this mass exodus to Paisley Park. And we would just sit in line and Prince would just go.
Try and get paid?
Yeah. And we'd just sit in line. How much do I owe you again? That seems like a lot.
So I took copies on my printer of the check because it's online. The $150 check that you got from Prince. That and according to that article, it was very rare that he actually wrote a check out.
He didn't do autographs ever. He was done with that. He would not do an autograph for anyone. So, which was good because it made the check more valuable.
Yeah.
But that was the difficult thing, is that you have a signature that you have, like an autograph signature that you hand to somebody, and then you have your check signature.
Right.
So they didn't have anything to go off of. And they called the bank, they called Wells Fargo and said, yeah, that's a debunked account, but it's real. It's a legitimate check. That's all we can tell you. So that kind of verified it too. And then somebody in Spain had a receipt stub of his that was the check. So they were able to, somebody in Japan bought it from me. So
I just remember one time I was at Loss with you and Taylor or whatever, and we were kind of just sitting around bullshitting, and you're like, I gotta go try and collect my money from Prince. He's owed it to me for a few weeks.
Well, he would, I mean, you'd work for him, and you'd think that, you get a payroll every 2 weeks.
Payroll, right.
But then it was, it was your responsibility to keep track of your hours and what you did, and when he was in town, it was, let's go, because, I was in my 30s, but, that was, if I had 4 or 5 weeks of work, that was a good paycheck.
Right, right.
Then you get found out that he 1099 you.
He did? Oh, he would 1099 you?
Yeah, I didn't know that, so.
So you got it in the mail?
Few checks later.
Son of a...
Hey, whatever. I had my own company, so I just wrote it all off as that.
So how did the people around Prince act? Were they normal? Were they weird? Like the people closest to him, or anybody in his group that he would be? I'm assuming he had his own entourage.
Well, you had two types of people. You had the musicians that were really close, and they would jam, and they were intimate with him in that sense of the art.
Yep.
So they were a little closer. And then you had administrative people that were just yes people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they would call him sir.
Kissing his ass.
And some, he was going by Prince again at that point. But
I forgot about the symbol sign or whatever.
That changed back over in 99, 2000.
When he was that, like, what do you even say?
Right. I'm thinking
what do you call
I was
him?
around that because I would have been like, hey, you. I don't know.
Because what was the sign of?
It was two different things that he had mixed.
The man and woman
together.
sign, right?
That was the original, and then he added some.
Did something else?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was so
all
weird.
he tried to do.
But he's weird. Like those are the types of things that make us think he's a fucking weirdo.
Well, he
did that for a reason.
Yes. So he did that because he was trying to get out of his contract with Warner Brothers.
Oh.
And it was a very weak attempt. And he changed his name to an unpronounceable symbol and was going to start. He did actually release one album in Europe under the symbol name, and Tora is what the name of the person.
Is?
No, the name of the person that he was going under. It was weird, and they were like, no, nice try, no. And I remember talking to a couple of A&R reps back in the day that was working with him for a long period of time. He goes, one of the guys was like, it was so weird because he was going by an unpronounceable symbol. We were fighting at the time between Warner Brothers and him, and he would come into these meetings with slave written on his cheek, and then sit down and go,
did?
oh yeah, because he was like, guys own my masters.
You own me, yeah.
And it's like, well, dude, you kind of had an opportunity of a lifetime. Not many people get an 8-record deal.
Right.
When you're 19,
right.
So there's that.
That was the deal he signed with Warner Brothers?
So. It was, it was a huge deal. 1977 or 78, it was 8, 9, 10 record deal. Plus development, which means he got paid for a year just to develop himself and his band. And then under the contract, he was to be taught to be an engineer and a producer because he wanted to do everything. So that was part of the contract. But it didn't work out too well with the thing, but he would walk in to these meetings with Warner Brothers, these executive meetings, and have slave written on his cheek, and he'd just go, hey guys, how are you guys doing today? What's on the plate for business? Okay, see ya, and then walk out. And I was like, that makes sense to me, because that's the kind of dude he was. He was like,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's the most bizarre thing that ever happened to you, like while working for Prince, or even maybe you weren't working, just being around? Were you ever around him not working?
No.
No. Okay.
I was always, and you had to think that way. There was a couple of times where I got there, and as soon as I got there, he decided that he wasn't going to let anybody in, and I didn't really want to stick around.
Well, right.
And I was just like, oh, but you couldn't. You had to stay.
Because you're being paid, right?
Well,
that's what I'm wondering. If you aren't really bodyguarding him.
no. He would go, let's order pizza. Let's do that. Let's hang out. And it was just his way of trying to kind of bond with you. And, he didn't have a lot of friends. He couldn't go to somebody's house and play video games, So I'd be like, okay. So I wouldn't get paid. I'd eat pizza and hang out. We'd watch a movie or whatever on the big screen, But, yeah, you didn't have you learned to say you learned how to say no politely.
Sure.
So.
Was he generous? Like, would he buy people a lot of stuff?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he was.
Anything that he bought you that you want to talk about? A suit?
Bought me a $1,000 suit.
Nice.
Yeah. And I think it was because of the fact that I never got to wear my other one.
Yeah, probably. Well, he figured he owed you.
But like during Hurricane Katrina,
yes,
he gave a lot of money out that he was
big donator.
Big, like there was always, I suppose I can tell you. There was always this cedar chest in the basement.
Yeah.
And it had gold bullion and millions of dollars in cash.
Shut the fuck up.
Because what he would do is do, say, the Staples Center and do a show there and then go, hey, Takumi, go find a club somewhere and I want to do an after party and tell them I want $25,000 cash. And they go, okay, we'll make money off the liquor sales alone in the Prestige.
Right.
So we would do that. And yeah, I know, right? Crazy.
That's random.
And then at the very end of the night, Prince would take over the manager's office and we would all be in line and we would get paid for the day, which means that I don't owe you any more money.
From the bar that you would be at? No shit.
So if you were working all day.
Yeah. That's a long day.
You were just getting paid cash for everything and you weren't getting $10.99,
right.
That never happened. America.
Yeah, America.
Yeah, no, but it worked out really well. But the guy always was working. He was just always doing something. He was always trying to make money, but he was spending it as fast as he was.
Well, there was always the rumors that, he was broke or, wasn't.
He wasn't doing very well when I was there.
Yeah, he was struggling.
But what happened was that's where, you had this rainbow children. Everything was black, painted black, and everything. It was dark, and it was kind of menacing looking. And then all of a sudden, he dropped Musicology, and Musicology, the song, became a hit. And the next Monday, you walk in there, everything's painted white, everything's got Musicology on it, and everything's changed. And he goes, "How'd you like the tour?" And it's just like, what? Did I fall into a portal? I mean, it's an alternate universe? What happened? Really? Okay.
I was just here yesterday.
Yeah. So.
Did you ever, I know you didn't really want to go, like, out to other states or anything like that, but did you ever go any of the times?
A couple times.
You did?
Yeah.
Where did you go?
Cali.
Oh, you did?
Colorado.
Okay. I'm assuming he had homes in all of these, or like probably in California, I'm sure.
Do you know where he had a lot of homes was Victoria, Minnesota, right outside. He just kept buying more outside of Chanhassen. And I firmly believe that he was thinking about selling.
Marie lives.
Who?
My niece, Marie.
Yeah.
I firmly believe he was thinking about getting rid of Paisley and moving out even further because he did not get along with Chanhassen. Chanhassen went to him and said, "We're going to put a Holiday gas station right next to your house."
Oh, geez.
And he goes, "No, you're not.
You're not."
And he was just like, "I made this town. I made you guys just a farmer town," and just all this stuff. And it was kind of like, whoa, he's really upset.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He was so upset that they're going to pay him for, it was an eminent domain or whatever that's called.
Oh, yeah.
And they worked out a deal, and he said fine, and bulldozed his house down, and then moved upstairs into Paisley.
What?
Oh, so that was at his house, and
Yeah.
okay.
Well, it was only up the street. It was literally like 2 blocks up the street.
Okay.
And yeah.
So I guess I didn't realize that there was a house down the street and Paisley.
Yeah,
so I assumed that he always lived at Paisley.
No,
Not always, but when he built it, he lived there first.
Yep. He.
So was there always a living quarters at Paisley Park, or he had to add that on?
He tore out one of the conference rooms and built the bathroom and everything. Just like in the When Doves Cry video, there was literally a clawfoot bathtub in the middle of this room. And I'm like, how did you get the plumbing? It's right in the middle of the room. That's crazy.
Through the floor.
And what did you? Yeah, but like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you just put it up against the thing?
He got fuck you money.
He's got fuck you money. Exactly. Oh man. Did working for Prince change your perspective on how you saw fame, like for famous people?
Yes, I would never want to be famous ever.
Ever?
I would never.
I think in my mind I would, but I don't know. Like
you don't trust
probably just
anybody.
the money.
I kind of believe I'm a little bit pathetic, but to watch some of the quiet times of him and the lonely aspect and the trust aspect and all of that, dating. All of that was just really... You
never know, like, who really likes you for you.
And, and everybody that you think that you're coming... And you had these regulars, these club kids that would come in and love to dance and stuff, but you couldn't trust them. No. So...
So you said that working for Prince obviously made you change your mind on how you would never want to be famous, and you kind of feel bad for people that are famous. Couple more Prince questions before we get into our third cocktail. Did you feel loyal to him like on a personal basis or just business only?
Very loyal. It's weird because, and I've heard this from other people, because you got to keep in mind that Paisley Park's been around since '85. So you literally have like 3 generations of different people that have worked out there.
Yeah.
And
it was built in '85?
It was built in '85. It was built off of Purple Rain money. And
why did I think it wasn't that old?
Yeah, it was, 85, maybe 86, I think 85.
No shit.
And I've heard this from a lot of people that have worked with him throughout the years, is when you finally stop working for him, it kind of feels like a divorce because you have been around him and been in his life. Yeah. And you see these things that you will never ever see anywhere else.
Right.
You know, and so there's been a lot of people that have said that. Yeah, very, very loyal because of the fact not only is he loyal to you, but as you go there, you see the disloyalty of people.
Sure.
And that's where it was like
pretty hard to watch.
I didn't want. You learn to become a better person when you see those things. You know, or you try to.
So, in closing up our little segment on Prince, so you worked? You said full time. Mm-hmm. Was it a full time job?
So I get. Yeah.
In what year did you end that full time job? Now I know you did certain things since then. You know, like weekend stuff or after party stuff, but. What made you actually make the decision to leave the full-time position?
My boss, Charles, left after all those years.
Okay.
And you talk about loyalty, and I had to be loyal to the guy that got me the job.
Yeah.
So.
And was there a falling out with him and Prince? Well, I'm
answered.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep.
So that's why he left. So there was no hard feelings between you and Prince. There was
the last show. I mean, I would still go help him out and do stuff. And like the last real time that I worked that was painfully like tough was remember when he took over all of Minneapolis in 7707, and he literally the 7th of July 7th, 2007, and he did all those shows downtown.
Yes.
First Avenue.
Yes.
Did the Target Center. I worked that. And that was a weekend of man. That was hard.
And I have to say, I never, ever, ever got to see Prince in concert. And it's something that I kick myself all the time for because I really, really loved him and loved his music. And, I would say I idolized him, but really loved his music. And having that strong of a celebrity or musician in Minnesota. Like, we'll never have that again.
it's true.
I don't think.
You know, there's no such thing as like iconoclast stars anymore.
No, not like
You know,
that.
They're just kind of paper mache cut together, and there's not really even
Cut,
albums.
copy, and paste.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you say that. The interesting, the funnest thing I ever got to see with Prince, and it's gonna sound nerdy, and it's gonna sound like I'm old, but I was at First Avenue, and I wasn't working for Prince at the time, and all of a sudden, Charles Prince's bodyguard grabbed me, and I was like, "Oh, hey!" And he goes, "Stand right there," because he was short-staffed.
Oh.
And I was like, okay. And it was the stairwell going up to the bathrooms at First Avenue. We're from Minnesota here, so we all know what that's like at First Avenue. So I'm just sitting there, and I was like, okay. And I look up, and he's blocking the upper part, and then there's the little landing, and Prince is watching the show with his wife as we're watching Terrence Trent D'Arby on stage. And I was watching
At First Ave?
At First Avenue, which I'm a huge Terrence Trent D'Arby fan. Sananda Maitreya is his name now. Shout out to Sananda. And literally watch him just rock out to, which is cool.
Yeah.
You know, two rivals back in that day. That two household or
I guess I didn't realize they were rivals.
Yeah. You know, that's what music industry does, is pit each other, you know, to get that build up. So,
speaking of that, I have another question.
Sure.
Michael Jackson and Prince get compared to each other all the time. You have your Michael Jackson freak fans like my sister, and then you have, I wouldn't say I'm a freak Prince fan by any means, but I do feel like there's no comparison in talent between the two. What's your thoughts on that? And what was Prince's thoughts on Michael Jackson, if you know?
When I was 16, so my aunt being Sheila's bodyguard living with me, we had the suit coat for Alphabet Street video that was literally hanging up in our back closet forever. Yeah, I tried it on. I was like, God, I hope I can take this off. And it was really crappily made. Like, it's just sewn on the inside.
Tearing the
just
shit out
the prop, right?
That guy, look,
That guy, little suit.
Yeah, right. And so we went up to go bring it back, and as we went up there, I think this is 87 or 88. I was just a kid. And all of a sudden, people are like, come here. We're running up, and I'm just kind of like this young kid, and grabbed me and put me out in front, and we're looking over, and I see two silhouettes of people playing basketball in the back warehouse, and it was Prince and Michael Jackson.
What?
That's awesome.
Shut up.
They tried to be friends. I mean,
They did.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't really remember hearing that they were enemies or anything like that. It was the fans that would pit one against each other.
So the song "Bad," Michael Jackson's
Yep.
"Bad." Do you remember the video? Wesley Snipes was in the video.
Yes.
That was supposed to be Prince. That song
In the video?
That song was supposed to be a duet of "Who's Bad." And that was supposed to
Oh,
be
no
a dance
shit.
between the two of them. And Quincy Jones was trying really, really hard to get these two.
Oh, that would have been cool.
to do
as
this.
hell.
Right? And that would have been great,
badass.
right?
Yeah.
And this is a great story.
Fuck, did that
A
happen?
dance off.
Dance off. And so that was supposed to be the big thing. And so Quincy got them into a hotel somewhere and started talking to it, and neither of them would come in until the other one did, and all this weird shit. One up each other. Well, Prince came in and sat down, and he said, okay. You got me singing your butt is mine. No, I'm not singing that
I'm not
to you.
singing that.
And you're sure as the hell ain't gonna sing that to me.
I can see that being a problem. Yeah.
100%.
So Prince, they gave him the master, right? And said, just think about it. Just come up with something. Just think about it. So what does Prince do in his princeliness? Takes it back to Paisley Park, reworks the whole song and remasters it, puts horns in it, and sends it back to Michael Jackson. Now
he's
in
changed
that
his song.
Somewhere in that archive of Michael Jackson's archive
Yep.
is
that
Prince's version of Bad.
Oh.
How sick would that be?
Wouldn't that be fucking cool?
Well, doesn't Paul McCartney own all of
How do
his
you-
Michael
how do you
Jackson's
get that?
music?
I don't know anymore.
Who do you got to get to get that?
Oh,
That would have been Paul McCartney. Well, I know at one point he had it.
That would be Michael Jackson's mom that runs everything. Do you have one more Prince thing? Because I got one more Prince thing for you. To want to do it after we
can do it later, or unless you want to do it now.
Well, we'll wait.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do our third drink now. What are we drinking?
Third? Is there 3 already?
Miss Shannon.
Oh.
Ooh, carbless.
Blood orange.
Ooh, blood orange carbless. This might be really good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have you ever had a carbless?
No.
They're actually not bad.
They're actually pretty good.
Like it doesn't have any carbs?
Nope, no carbs.
How is there alcohol in there if there's no carbs?
I don't know. 0 carbs, 0 sugars, 100 calories in a can.
That's weird because alcohol has carbs.
I don't know. Because it's vodka.
I'm confused. It must be the booze. Or the bullshit or the beer. One of them.
I don't know.
Smells good.
But carbless has been a huge seller for us.
That does smell good.
Because I know a lot of men have switched that have been normal beer drinkers, like Coors Light or whatever. They've switched to carbless, and because you can, it's a stronger alcohol and
And less calories.
less calories. So carbless blood orange, made by Carbless, is 5% alcohol, comes in a 4-pack, and it is $13.49 for a 4-pack. So here we go. We're gonna give her a whirl. I like all the carbless. So
Do you?
I love the grape.
try this.
Grape's probably my favorite. Grape and watermelon. So this is the new one.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that.
It's
Nom, nom.
dangerous.
How much alcohol?
5%. 5%. So stronger than a beer.
That was smooth.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you guys.
Yeah, very good. I feel like all the carbless is just delicious, actually. So
I like that.
yeah.
Yeah. That's bomb.
Very, very good. Again, I'd probably give that like an 8. I don't say it's quite a 10, but 8 is good. A good score.
I like it.
Yeah. If anybody wants more of this stuff too, while we're sitting here, have at it. These are all free to have.
Let's put them all together. What do they call that? Suicide?
Yeah.
Ooh, what is it? No,
Like when you go
swamp
to-
juice, right?
So
Wapatui.
So many different jungle juice.
Wapatui.
Jungle juice, yep. Yep.
I used to do that as kids. You'd be at McDonald's and just.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're cool. Yeah.
Purple. Oh, I was just gonna say, what was the significance of the color purple with Prince? Just he grew up with his favorite color.
You know, if you, this is my theory on this. It was his favorite color, but my theory is if you look at the stylization of, say, 1999 and Purple Rain, he was really kind of going for that Jimi Hendrix sort of frilly.
Oh yeah.
Sort of
Yeah,
look.
you could see that for sure. Was that his idol, Jimi Hendrix, by the way?
One of them.
Okay.
He really did like. He really liked Carlos Santana.
Oh, okay.
He's a huge Carlos fan. He loved Joni Mitchell. He would write her. He would try to write her music, and she's like, "I write my own music, thank you." No, would not do it. And then I remember seeing letters from Weird Al Yankovic trying to do When Doves Cry.
Oh,
And he was like,
no, he said no way. So for Weird Al Yankovic to be able to do those mockery songs that he would do, he would have to get permission.
No, actually, we could all right now redo Purple Rain and put it out and sell it as long as we paid the Prince estate. You can do that.
Oh,
Now, there's something called performance rights. So, like, say the family who did Nothing Compares to You first and foremost.
Yep.
These guys still perform that because they're able to, and that's how they made their money originally.
Yeah.
So, as long as they pay the Prince estate, they can,
okay. Because we are going to listen to that, by the way.
Which one?
Nothing Compares to You.
Great.
And the
song.
the
The family one's amazing.
Yeah,
I love that.
I really want to hear
And
that.
I listened to that when I still have my first cassette of the family. I don't listen to it because it sounds terrible. But yeah, the whole album is amazing. And you know what's crazy is that whole album of the family is only like 34 minutes. It's like
Really?
nothing.
Huh. Interesting.
Quick. Yeah.
How many songs?
You want me to name those off?
Well, you don't need to name them, but in 34
6, 7.
minutes, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some instrumentals. So
All right. Well, we are now moving on. We're going to talk about.
Chad still got.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
we're going to do that now?
so
Okay.
to end this out, I got two things that I thought were kind of cool that you'd like to see.
Oh, yes.
This one is a picture of Prince
Oh, my God.
that was. I'll let you take a look. Notice the Sharpie
Yes.
Crossed out?
He's crossed out his own
because
face.
it was a photo shoot that he paid almost 10 grand for.
What?
And did not like
the photo.
any of the photos. It was just this big table with a Sharpie. So
Just
you
going
zoom in,
through
Mike?
and he's like, fuck
yep,
this one,
and
fuck
he
this
did
one.
not
nope.
like it, and and threw it away. So it was fetched out of the garbage.
You got it out of the trash.
I don't know. I might
Or
have. I don't know if it was me or somebody
Or
else.
somebody. So he basically ruined all the photos. So no one else could use them?
He just went on. I mean, literally, it was a Rubbermaid container right here, and he was just like, "Nope," and he would look at everything with the scope and everything, and he
is
he didn't like
funny.
the little hairs that were out of place right there. So,
Really?
exactly right. What were you thinking? So
Look at him, how cute he was.
yeah.
Dang.
So this is something that is crazy.
I want that.
I don't know what the value of this is, and so I'll just tell you a story. I was volunteering at the Eagles Club as a trustee, and this guy walks in, and he goes, "You're Chad, right?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "I used to work for your grandfather." And I go, "That's right, the Lock and Key." My grandfather owned a gun store and a locksmith store. So yeah, free shooting all the time. It was fun, man.
Holy
Gun
fuck.
range, Monticello Sportsman Club. I don't think that's there anymore. So anyways, he goes, "I have something for you because you used to work for Prince, right?" And I go, "Yeah, actually I did." And he goes, he brings me out to his van, and he says, "I just got done popping the lock, the safe, the vault."
Oh, I just read this article.
We were talking about this on the way down.
that popped.
You bought it?
I didn't buy it. He gave it to me.
What?
Don't show that because he's still alive and he signed an NDA. So I have this. I can't do anything with it until after he's passed. But I told him I wouldn't. But this is the drill bit that popped the vault.
I literally have that article in here.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Because it said, in the article that I read, it said it sold for $5 grand at an
Drill bit?
auction. Yeah.
So there's like 4 of them.
Okay.
Right? But the one that sold at auction is the first drill bit. This one actually went all the way through, and you can still, it's kind of the date on it and everything else.
Yeah.
But that one was, I find that one highly suspect.
That article?
That article.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like they didn't even mention the name of I even have the card of everything in the game, all that. So I don't know. I know that one's real.
No shit.
Yeah.
So that was the vault that he had all of his music in.
All of
And
his
now,
masters.
according to the article that I read, and I actually have it printed, they said, and I don't know if obviously they probably used several drill bits, like you said, but one of them sold for $5 grand at an auction. But they were saying in the article that nobody knew the combination, which is why they had to get in there. And they were saying they don't even think Prince even knew the combination. He did? Oh, okay.
No, he did, and it was usually cracked open all the time. Just slightly cracked open. So
That's crazy.
But
That's cool as hell. Who gave this to you? This guy?
Yep, that guy Ted. He so the guy that was the person called to do the locksmithing on it was this amazing dude. He was on a bunch of podcasts.
Okay.
And he hired these guys, subbed these guys, because he's not from here. He's from like Italy or something like that.
Sure.
He lives far away. And hired these guys to pop the lock on the vault. So, and they, one spot, whoever this guy was that they hired to do this, he knew.
Sounds like several drill bits were used.
It was several drill
Yeah.
bits but used, but they got that one shot done. They knew exactly where to get it, and boom, they dropped it open right away the first time. So
That's
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
super cool.
Describe the vault. How big are we talking about?
I got a picture of it. I'll put on the podcast, but that's
So there was
in this
there
article.
was a room probably 3 times the size of this, which was the vault room, and there was pillows everywhere. It was kind of a hangout room, and then right when you would walk, it was in the basement of the hallway, and you'd walk in, and there was just this great big vault door in the middle of the room.
That's what I want.
It was in the middle of the room.
It was in the middle of the
guns.
wall on the
Sure,
room to
okay.
the left. So
Gotcha.
I'm just kind of visualizing.
Yeah.
It. And yeah, it was.
The picture that I see that's stacked and just packed with music.
He was such a hoarder. He was a hoarder. But people would make him fan art and stuff, and he would keep all of it.
Sure.
He loved all of
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah. So, but you would walk into that vault room that you're talking about, and I'm sure you saw there was even framed, gold records just sitting on the floor.
Well, I didn't
in
see
shelves.
that, but
Jesus.
Pictures of him
just
and
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how big? 3 times this size?
No, I would say the vault was, probably to here. It was just a very large, like a double door industrial fire door.
Sure.
But just a big fucking vault door.
God.
It was, yeah. There was a couple of times where it was open and
Yeah. Right.
Peek in. So you were never in it?
no.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you were?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
went in a couple of times.
Oh, you did?
I knew he wasn't there, but I didn't know where any of the cameras were, so I was paranoid for weeks.
Well.
But yeah, I just kind of I looked in, and it's just rows of masters. And the first master I saw on the shelf was "You Got the Look."
Oh, I love that
And I
song.
was just like, I know that. Oh my God, what's in that black plastic case? Is that
Did he
shit?
write that?
You Got the Look?
Yeah. Because he didn't perform it.
Yeah.
He put that out? You Got the Look?
Yeah, that was on Sign of the Times.
It was?
With who was the singer
song
with that?
that I'm
was,
even thinking
that was, what was her name? Sheena Easton.
Okay.
Sheena Easton was on there.
Because wasn't there another song? You Got the Look.
Oh, you're thinking of Roxette.
Yes, okay. That's the song that my son would always sing. When he was little, he would sing, You Got the Yook.
Yeah.
You got the yook. That's the song I was thinking of. Okay, because I'm like, did he write that? All right, so we are moving on. We're going to talk about you. Born in Minnesota, but you told me you lived in Portland for a while.
I did.
And what years did you live in Portland? And where were you born in Minnesota?
I was born in Robbinsdale.
Okay, well, see, my mom was born in Robbinsdale.
And we moved over to South Minneapolis when I was 4 or 5.
Okay.
And I just love this area.
Now, was this the house behind Las Campeonas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 4 or 5 years old. And then when I was 10 or 11, my father moved out to Oregon with his girlfriend at the time.
So parents divorced?
Parents divorced. I don't even remember them being together.
Really? Oh, okay.
Which was weird because I remember my graduation from high school and I took a picture with both of them.
Yeah.
And I go, is this the first time we've ever
Seen
taken
it?
picture together?
three.
Holy fuck, this is weird. And they were being nice to each other. I'm like, I want to see you two just say hi to each other because I don't think I've ever seen that.
So you don't ever remember them being together?
No.
No. Do you have siblings?
I have a brother that is from another father.
Okay. That's it?
I just discovered that I had another brother from my dad who he did the 23andMe and found out that.
That's why I won't take that test.
Shout out to Scott.
Was your dad a man whore?
Well,
Or a womanizer
I always
or
say
whatever?
I'd like to thank my mother for loving all of the bad boys, and I'd like to thank my dad for being a whore.
Okay, so that kind of sums it up.
So, when he moved out there, I was going out there every year, and he had moved out there with his girlfriend. At the time, Donna Carnegie, who was Dale Carnegie, How to Win Influence.
Oh, is that okay? That's what it was.
People.
Okay.
So
stepdad or stepmom's dad. Say that again.
So Donna's dad was Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and
That he
Influence
wrote
People.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I knew it was somebody you were related to.
So hi Donna, I just talked to him the other day. So I would go out there every summer and spend time with them, and then as I got older, I was going to camp out there. And one year, I got there early, and he goes, "Hey, if we lie about your age, you can go to Outward Bound."
Yeah, I got that in here.
I was like, All right,
hell's that?
cool. Outward Bound is a outdoor retreat, rustic, learn how to survive in the wilderness sort of thing.
That'd be sweet.
It's 28 days in the wilderness by yourself. Everything that you have is on your backpack. And I climbed.
You were 14.
I was 14.
Damn.
Now, what was the age limit to go there?
16.
That would
You
be
were
sick.
somehow you got in because
Yeah, but I just later found out that I'm only still the youngest by like 5 months. Somebody else got
In that
there.
time.
Yeah. So, but they stopped doing.
Did you make it all 28 days?
I did.
Nice.
I did.
That's impressive.
After 115 people, there was only 20 of us left at the end. It was tough.
That's crazy.
So yeah, but they don't do that one anymore. The Pacific Crest, it's right behind me. The Pacific Crest one because it was so dangerous. Because
that's the certificate.
yeah, because we climbed 3 mountains. So we climbed.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy. So we
This
climbed.
is like 16-year-olds?
I was 14.
He was
yeah.
14.
Fucking nuts.
And the craziest one is we climbed Mount Jefferson, which is the one that you guys all see every time you watch something on Paramount. That's the
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
Mount Jefferson. So I got to climb that. It was crazy. But we also like rappelled. We slept in lava tubes, which was kind of crazy.
what the hell is that?
So just lava tubes that are, because Oregon is like the only place I think in the United States that you have a rainforest, you have a desert, you have the
Fucking
coast.
everything.
Yeah, you got all that stuff.
Oh, shit.
And they had these lava tubes that were next to these mountains, the Cascades, and they would be like 50 feet down, and then they would stretch out into these little tubes. And they were like, "We're gonna go take our backpacks, and we're gonna go sleep down there." I'm like, "Are you fucking insane?"
Hard pass.
And I was, I'm a city boy from Minneapolis,
Yeah.
and they all of a sudden the instructor just hits a flare, drops it into the
Pontiacs it
first
down
one,
there.
bats, and we're like, "Whoa!" And he goes, "Well, we're not going to sleep in that one, then." Boom, second one, bats. And then the third one, nothing, and we went down there, and
That's fucking
it
badass.
was quite an experience.
So, like, was that like you could just kind of walk into it, or was that
yeah,
something where
they would just
had
kind
to,
of narrow off into nothing.
Well,
in these
how did you
areas.
even find out about
like
this?
rappel down this bitch?
These people were crazy. Oh, I'm serious. Like
Batshit crazy.
These
Like
were
that
like
shit.
these instructors. So keep in mind, one of the biggest mountains is Mount Hood out in Oregon.
Yeah.
And a lot of these instructors were like ski instructors and like mountain climbing instructors,
yeah.
and they're just crazy people.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
love that. They live
Rock
off of that
climbers
stuff.
and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
So we were just and like I said, we climbed 3 mountains, and everything that you own was on your back.
What did you all have in that backpack, or what did you all bring with?
So you were only allowed
Like so
3
much
pairs of wool socks, 1 pair of cotton socks. Wow, that's crazy. I remember this.
28 days.
28 days, and then you had a pair of tennis shoes, but most of it was boots,
I was gonna say I'd only bring boots.
wool pants because everything dries quickly out there, mosquito netting because as you got up, the mosquitoes would destroy you.
What time of year was this?
June something.
So it was summer.
June to July.
Okay.
Yeah, and but you would also divvy up pots, pans, food, all the dry food. So we would divvy everything up, and it would be about 80 pounds per pack.
Oh, so you had like MREs or something like that?
No, we would have like rice pilot biscuits, which are just basically stale crackers that are already stale, so they don't fucking get stale. I guess I don't know. They're awful.
Right? They're pre-staled already.
Peanut butter, just things that lasted long. But when you're out there for 28 days, it was only about every 10 days, and you would go meet up to restock and then keep going. And there was three teams, and I think there were teams of 30 or 40, I can't remember, that dwindled down. But one team that went out decided that they're some of the worst, I don't know why, but they decided that they didn't want to carry all the food, and they didn't want to carry all the pots and the pans. So they started burying all the food.
What?
And they started burying the pots and pans. So once they came in to cook, they didn't have any food.
anything.
And the instructors were like, "Y'all better go catch some toads." And they did. They had to eat toads.
Toads?
Yeah.
Dude, no fucking way. I would die.
And it's Oregon. I don't know if you guys know Oregon, but they have
I don't.
huge slugs.
No.
out there. The slug? They were They were eating anything they could. Yeah, and those guys were starving. It was crazy.
How dumb.
And
No shit.
And we would all do different things, and then we would meet up at these resupplying, and then you'd hear all these stories.
You guys weren't really like just camping out in one spot. You were kind of
They were moving along,
every day.
right.
We were hiking. There was, except halfway through, they
that
had
would be fucking even harder. I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, then we got done. We got done climbing a second mountain, and then they said, "All right, you guys are all going to go do your solos." And solos are 3 days and 3 nights out in the
Alone.
wilderness by yourself at 14 in the middle of nowhere.
But the average person was how old?
Yeah, 17.
Oh, so these were kids then. Okay.
17.
I'm thinking there are some adults.
19. There were.
Okay.
There were. I think they went all the way up to 21. from
Okay.
what I remember, yeah. And then some of the older guys, they were actually in there because they had gotten in trouble. And they were like, well, you can either go do 6 months or you can go do Outward Bound for a month.
These guys are being punished to do this, and you're doing it for fun. Yeah.
I'd always, my old man and I, same thing. I'd love to do something like this.
Yeah, I could
I'd
see
like
you
to
doing
do
it.
more like where you would just go out in the woods, you'd set up shop, you'd build your little shelter or whatever, and trap your food, fish, whatever, trying to do it like that kind of deal.
See, and we didn't have tents either. We just literally had tarps that we would tie up, a little mat. Yep, a little mat, roll that up, and then a 0 degree sleeping bag.
Fuck.
So it was pretty crazy. And then,
It's roughing it.
No
glamping there.
You learned right away that you always kept your clothes for the next day at the bottom of your feet in your bag because, man, pulling them out in the cold was not anything fun.
Putting them on cold and shit. Yeah, fuck all that.
How cold did it get at night?